Good evening, lovely tubers. My name is the White Mexican, and welcome to Market Watch Investments. I have a plethora of cards to be showcasing for you guys tonight, and I do hope that you will enjoy. Getting things kickstarted tonight is going to be Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon. This is the secret rare variant dawning out of Rise of the Duelist. This has grown to some pretty exponential popularity heights, and it's seeing a lot of heavy play, and this is just an all-around really fantastic card. So starting market prices for this card is going to be 21 bones for near mint first edition. Continues up to trickle up after that. There are 4 pages of availability. If we switch over to stacks, it doesn't look like there is an option to even switch over to stacks on this, unfortunately. So that's going to be pretty much the square round for this. There is alternatively the ultra rares from, where actually was a reprint actually, so I guess that was the original print, and then the 2021 Megatins donned these disgusting ultra rares if you guys are into such horrendous, for pretty much about 5-ish bones, give or take. There's a fat sack of 24 here for, you know, a Phantom Under, or about 4 bones. All around really great stuff. Okay, moving on is going to be Red Reboot. So this as well is seeing some exponential growth in play. People are using this to counter a lot of those pesky trap cards, and of course with this being hit at 1 has its limitations. This is the highest rarity as prismatic, gorgeous secret rare out of the gold Sarco tins. Starting market price for this, and again I'm only looking for bulk prices right here because it's almost the same as onesie twosies prices, and it's going to be about 4 bones. There's a stack of 6 here for 4, and then it trickles up to about 5 and then 6 after that. 2 pages of availability. Really awesome. Of course there are the original super rares darting out of Flames of Instruction, which are pretty much like a bone, give or take. So these two are really going to be the primary prints here. Dino Wrestler Prankatops is going to be next. This is the highest rarity that we have in the TCG as secret rare, and this is relatively affordable. I mean, it's pretty much 2 bones all across the board here, and if we switch over to stacks, I don't think it increases too much more. It's about 4, so about double, but it's still a very small price point. Given what this does. This is mostly a one-of as a Tekken, but an all-around really great card, and it does look very nice in this high rarity of secret rare. Next is going to be the Dual Academy box. So this is still very relatively new, and there's a lot of blowout secret rares in this. Now, I granted not a lot of players like this speed duel stuff. I'm not a really big fan. I don't play it or anything by any means, but the secret rares are pretty nice. What I personally really enjoy about this set is the secret DD Warrior Ladies, the Don Zalugs, a secondary print to get another secret rare variant of Plasma, which is really great, and then also they have, I don't know if it's on the second page here, I thought they had Lost Wind, maybe that's in this other set here. So all around really good stuff. There's always great opportunity for these to articulate value over time. Next is going to be Battle City, which has some, you know, complete blowout reprints as well. And this is a little bit older, so it's articulated more value, such as Jinzo, we got Metaverse, Cosmic Cyclone, Foolish Burial is a really nice secret rare reprint here. And then we also have my personal favorite of the set, which is going to be Pear Shaft, and I think this being the highest rarity that we have, it's really nice. It's an old school GOAT card, Generation 1 style card, really awesome stuff. Lost Wind, Spell Canceller, there's a lot of just really great cards in this set, so you might want to take a look at that. Next is going to be Legendary Duelist Season 3. So this is the next Legendary Duelist set that's coming out, and I will admit the artwork is really cool for this. They really slapped the game with putting Yami Yugi and Bakura on the front case here. And there should be some pretty interesting reprints here. I'm really kind of just mostly interested in the secret rares. Really don't much like the ultra rares and under for these kind of sets, but they do have some pretty killer reprint value for the most part, and that's kind of what's the hype behind these sets, it seems like. So we got some Elemental Hero stuff, some Harpy stuff, Cursed Necrofear. Kind of sad that there's only 10. This is going to be an interesting card, I think. The lightning card here. Anyway, Interesting. Okay, so we'll switch over to ultra rares just out of curiosity because, you know, again, I'm not really familiar with these sets, so I guess that's standard that they only have 10 secrets, but it seems kind of small in consumption between the whole range of the set. So Magician's Soul, pretty interesting. Apprentice Illusion Magician, that's another fantastic reprint as a mirrored. Ultra rare. Now, granted, I really believe that the Show and Jump Ultra promos, which apparently there's 2 different variants of that, are always going to be high caliber collectability purposes. It's really hard to kind of pay attention without the pictures for me personally. But anyway, if you guys want to take a look at set, I mean, I'd probably wait a little bit more until we're a little bit closer so we can actually get some photos and really kind of figure out what's going on. But it's going to be an all-around interesting set, I think, for the most part. Isold is going to be next. This is the original print out of Extreme Force as an ultra rare. This has blowout artwork. It's one of the more uniquer Link cards. I think it does a lot of great effective digging, and it does things that not a lot of other Links have done the way that it does it. It's just very specialized, and this is just an all-around great card. And again, Warriors, there's always going to be some really blowout Warrior decks. They always have some really great support. Starting market price for this is going to be about 6 bones for Near Mint First Edition. There is a stack of 3 right here. And then there's another stack of 3 here for about Phantom Under 7. Now, again, not only is this a good card, I think it's a really great card for collectability purposes. And that being the original print, there was one other print as a special edition super rare from Soul Fusion, which are about a couple bones. Next is going to be Condemned Witch. Let me just note that this is one of the most baddiest of bad cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! I really think that this is a fantastic choice for collectability purposes. The sheer fact also too, if you guys want to run it for playability purposes, which is really great, I mean, you can go and get your Forbidden Droplet, you can dig it out with this. The secondary effect is the more like important aspect of this card. Being able to tear out a level 4 from your deck is really nice. And then again, just being a high rarity of secret rare. Soul Fusion is not super old, but it is a couple years old now, so I mean, it's a little bit in the past, and it just has completely unparalleled total badass artwork. So starting market price for this is going to be about 5 bones all across the board, and these are actually for 4 stacks starting market price for Near Mint exclusively. If you're going for this card, I highly recommend you go Near Mint First Edition Original Print Secrets all the way. Next is going to be World Legacy Monstrosity. So I actually didn't even know that this was a thing. I read this card. I think it's very particular, but what it does, I think it does very well, and I think it's a very strong card. And the sheer fact that we got a rarity upgrade as Prismatic Secret Rare, you guys know me, Secret Rare is one of my favorite rarities, and Prismatic Secret Rare is very much part of that rarity, and it's very aesthetically pleasing. And the best thing about this is that it is very affordable. I mean, for bulk prices, first edition I played Near Mint all across the board, under a bone for stack bulk prices here. So pretty incredible stuff on that. Next is going to be XShell. So I love Dark Lords. I love Dark Lords so much. It's such a cool deck. It's such a fun deck mechanic. And this is the original print Secret Rares out of Destiny Soldiers. And this card looks really cool. It's, you know, one of the boss monsters of the deck. High rarity secret rare. It's got pretty much everything going for it. Really cool artwork. Starting market price for this is going to be about 9 bones for Near Mint First Edition copies, and that articulates value after that. There's only 1 page of this, surprisingly. And if we switch over to bulk prices, they're just non-existent. So for the original print first editions, for Near Mint, there's like barely a page. If we factor in lightly played, it's going to go down to about 6. And obviously there's a couple more of those. Maybe there's some stacks of that. So there are stacks for lightly played if you're into that for playability purposes. Of course, this is going to be an option. Now, there was a mirrored secret rare from Battles of Legends Relentless Revenge, which is probably going for, I don't know, probably like 5 bones or something. Let's see if there's a significant price differentiation. So yeah, about 5 bones. There's a stack of 3 here Near Mint First Edition for 5 bones. And kind of just trickles up after that. 3 pages of availability. All around, really great stuff. Token Collector is going to be next. So this is going to be the OTS 18 super rare variants, which is the highest rarity that we have here in the TCG. This is seeing some exponential growth. I'm not sure if it's specifically for Sword Soul directly or a plethora of other options, but this is seeing increased play, and it's got some pretty cutesy artwork here. You got like the scapegoats here and this goblin with this like SpongeBob looking jelly net here, which is kind of interesting. So there's some European Deutsch ones here if you guys are into that, for roughly around 5 bones. Fat stack of 25 from Card Crack, interesting name. And then there's some Italiano ones. If you want English ones, it's going to be roughly around 5. There's 5 here. New seller, got to start somewhere. And then over here, it's going to be about 3, but then there's this 3-bone shipping. I'm only looking specifically at bulk prices because this is something that it's affordable enough that you want to get a playset and just hold. And however many copies that you want to run, 1, 2, or 3, you have them all available. Of course, there are other variants. I think the original was a rare out of Soul Fusion, and then there's common if you just want to go for something a little bit more affordable. Next is going to be Chaos Dragon Levineer. This is the original print Secret Rares out of Soul Fusion. This was such a blowout set. I really like this. Thunder Dragons are really cool, and this card is really awesome as well. So there's tons of things that I could go into about why this is such a fantastic card. We're just going to go ahead and look at some price points here. Near mint first edition copies are going to be roughly around Phantom under 9 bones. And for lightly played near mints across the board, and we'll switch over to bulk prices. When we switch over to bulk prices, apparently there's a stack for 7 here, and then it goes to about 9 for a stack of 8, and then kind of trickles up after that. 1 page availability for the bulk prices. Now, of course, there is the ultimate rare dawning out of OTS Pack 12, which is quite far away now that you think about it. We just dawned out into OTS 19, so this is quite old now. In my personal opinion, near mint lightly played copies are only 40 bones, and that is for a playset of near mint, which is really incredible to me. Let's see what other stacks are available. So pretty much the couple here for 30, 38, 39, and then jumps up to about 48 almost after that. So these 40 stacks right here for these 3Zs I think is fantastic, seeing that is the highest rarity as ultimate rare, and this is just an all-around, like, this card is going to last forever. This card is never going to go down style. People may like stop playing it, but it's always going to come back, and people are always going to find ways to combo it in because it's very much part of that light dark chaos mix blend engine, which is just so generic, so splashable, and just amazing. Alright, next is going to be Summon Sorceress. This specifically, I believe this is banned. I'm not sure if it's still banned. I know it was banned. It's probably still banned. Again, not super up to date with the whole like X, Y, and Z here. But this is a fantastic card, specifically for collectability purposes. But and being that this is the original print, but this is just an all-around fantastic card in general. If it is banned, when it comes back, you don't really know. There's always potential for everything to come off. It's just a matter of fact if Konami decides to errata it or not. So anyway, these are the original prints as shown on Jump Ultra Rares. Really fantastic stuff. Starting market price for near mints is going to be around 8 bones, and there is a fat stack of 14 for near mint here for 10. Now, if you are going to go for the original highest rarity of these ultras, I do recommend that you guys go for near mint for collectability purposes, but just to see out of curiosity, early plays are going to go down to about 7. Okay, and then of course I think there was a super rare out of Soul Fusion for the special edition promos, which is also an option if you guys are so interested. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you've enjoyed this content, please share it with someone that you believe will also enjoy it. The world is a dark place and life is difficult. Be aware that you never know what others are enduring. Please remember to be a friend, be a brother, be a sister. Love and encourage those that surround you always. I hope you guys are making some fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh! Investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by The White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.